Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today we're going to be taking a look at the Lemifshe F-10 or the Forest Elf F-10. I believe Forest Elf is the company name that Lemifshe started. Could be wrong with that. I don't think there is any Forest Elf branding on the knife, but we will check. So let's get into it. So differently, it came in this brown case that has four snaps on it instead of just the black ones with two, like you normally get with his knives, like this one. So I guess that's something different he's trying to do with his own branded knives instead of his replica knives. So that's cool. Let's get into it here. So it looks like we got the knife and a towel. Okay, the towel does have Forest Elf on it and Rattlesnake. So I guess Rattlesnake Designs is pretty much exclusively making the knives for, designing the knives for him that he does produce under his own company name. Let's set that to the side and get a look at the knife. So like I said, this is the F-10. This has real S35VN blade steel. It's available in 3 different colorways. I will show all of those on the video, as well as a link on. I'll put a link in the description on where to find them. But as you can see, very nice scales. This one does include that tuning fork inside that makes it make a noise when opening and closing. Centering looks great on it. It is a larger knife. You can see it going across my hand here. It does have a front flipper and a flipper tab. Let's use the front flipper and see how it works. Okay, yeah, that worked really good. You can see the rattlesnake design on it there. It has the blade steel on the bottom of the thumb, the flipper tab, S35VN. Then it has the model number F10 up there in the corner by the scales. No other branding on it. Nice blue liners. I believe those are titanium liners. Nice clip on it. Let me check, see if I can check the magnetism of the clip. See what it is. Okay, the clip is not titanium. It is some kind of steel, as are the liners. So I was wrong about that. But this is titanium. Yep. And it looks it. Alrighty. Let's see what kind of action it's got. Okay, it's not drop shut, but it does feel good. I think this knife might be on washers, but it could be on bearings, I guess. They like to put things on bearings, but I think I saw somewhere where it was on washers. So if it is on washers, it's got very good action. Flipper tab works great. Front flipper works great. You can flip it from any place along the blade. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it is making a noise. Making a ting. Nice ting. Have to get the, let me see. Well, there you go. You should have been able to hear the ting good then. There's another one. It's according to how hard you flick it as to you get the ting really good. But I will show you in a second how it makes that noise. But let's get a few. That was a good sound it made just then. Let's get a few measurements of it first. So it is 5.17 ounces, but it is a larger knife, so it does not feel overly heavy for its size. It is almost 8 1/4 inches long, 8 1/8 maybe, and the blade length is probably like 3.6, 3.7, with a cutting edge of 3.6. It's got a nice little sharpening tool there. Let's see, let's get some caliper measurements here. So the blade up here at the top is 0.130. It does have a nice hollow grind, so I'm curious to see how thin it gets down behind the edge here. .0125. Nice. So this hollow grind is very, very thin. It's got a very nice hollow grind. Maybe you can see it, yeah, from the end there. You can see how nice that curves in. My fingers help show it a little bit. You can see that nice hollow grind though. Let's do a couple of size comparisons so you know actually that it is a larger knife. Here is a PM2. Very close to the same size as the PM2. And a Para 3. A lot bigger than the Para 3. Here's a Spyderco Smock. It looks pretty close, but a little bigger than the Smock actually. And here is a Spyderco Shaman. Very close in overall length and kind of size to the Shaman, but you can tell how wide it is here because of the Shaman scales. Let's see, here is the Walmart Ozark Trail Wug Out. And we're going to be putting bigger knives up here. Let's put the 8010. So it is not the biggest knife on the table, but it is a great size knife. I enjoy larger knives, so that's my thing. Let's see, what other knives do I have handy here that I could compare it to? I've got the new Kaiser Crocodile that I just got. Did a review on it. And I've got the Amazon special knife. If you can see, it kind of fits in the same category as those, size-wise. I do like the fact that he's putting out some knives, original knife designs. Wish he would do more of that. People seem to like them when they come out. He does decently well on them. So let me show you why or how it makes that nice ting noise. First, I want to see, so we're going to cheat, because I already know how it makes that ting noise. I want to see if it's on washers or, let's check the hardware on it too. So, looks like we got T8 everywhere except for the clip. And the clip, I'm kind of mad about the clip not being titanium too, because I can't refinish it nearly as easy. Actually, was I wrong? I just wasn't holding it right? Yeah, I was wrong. The clip also has T8 hardware. And I'm not positive that I need to take these out, but I think I do. I would say, well, we'll just see how it goes when I take this side off here. I'd say I probably don't need to remove these two, but we'll do it anyway just to be kosher. And I about lost the screws, so that wasn't cool. You can see the cutout for the liner lock there. So I did need to remove that because there are more screws, and these screws are T6s. So to actually get this knife fully apart, you do need to take off that side. And then after we get this done, I should be able to just take off the pivot, and this side should come off the knife, hopefully. If my theories are correct. Yep. So, there you go. And it is on bearings. So it didn't have the greatest action. And there is the part that makes the ding. So it has this little tuning fork mechanism. It's cut into the side of that side of the scales. And those little fingers act like the little fingers on like a old music box that vibrate. So when you open or close this knife and it makes metal on metal or contact with the blade closing, and it vibrates through the tuning fork there. I am going to add a little oil to this whole thing here, and it's just a preference thing, but I like turning my bearings the other way. I'm going to put a little in this channel for the stop pin to slide in, put a little on the bearings, and hopefully get a little better action out of it now. It was completely bone dry everywhere. I like taking his knives apart to show that mechanism, and taking knives apart overall is just a cool thing for a lot of people to experience that haven't. So let me try to get this back together here. Feels like it's going back together pretty good. Let's see. Actually, take that back. It's not going over this. Well, what's up with that? Doesn't even look like it's lining up right. Let me see if I can make this happen a little better here. Aha. There we go. Now I got her sandwiched together. I'm going to go ahead and throw the pivot in just to kind of hold everything together. Alright, that's good and tight. Good and tight. Then we will put our 3 little body screws back in that are T6. Always remember to turn your screws backwards until you see them or feel them seat into the threads properly. First you got to get them in the hole. Well, what is going on here? Having issues. Alright, let's try the second one. See if it wants to act better. Don't stick with one thing too long, it'll drive you nuts. There we go. Got the second one in. And the third one. Went in just fine. So let me reevaluate the situation here on this other one. Yeah, that one feels like it's spinning, so I don't know why that is. I'm guessing possibly because the barrel spacer on the other side is spinning. So let's take it off. Or we can hold that other side to keep it from spinning. So as you can see, on this side is the tuning fork thing. Maybe you can't see, maybe you can. Now I know you can. Hope I wasn't too off camera when I was working on it here, but yeah, this screw, aha, it came loose over here, so it was just spinning when I was turning this side. Alright, there we go. Now I got them both tightened up. Make sure this one's good and tight because I haven't been in on this side. This back one. Alright, they're all good. Tuning fork is good. Put this side back on. This side back on. This side back on. Threads feel good. They don't feel like they're going to strip out. They get good and tight to hold both the sides on. And then we will put the clip back on. Alright. Clip is back on. We are fully assembled and oiled up, lubed up. Centering is perfect on the knife. Lockup is good, about 40%. I'm sure the action will get better with use. No side to side play, no up and down. Trying to let you hear that ting. Hopefully you can hear that. So it makes a noise opening and closing. Super cool knife. Let's check and see if it came sharp. I know this hollow grind is going to be sharp, no doubts. Yes, very sharp. All the way from the very back. And it gets even sharper up here at the front. All the way to the very tip. Just something about hollow grinds that are very slicey. It's that thinness of the blade. But yes, having real properly heat treated S35VN blade steel is going to be nice. I did want to show y'all the ad for this really quick. So on AliExpress, it is called the Lemifshe New Rattlesnake F-10 Real S35VN Blade G10 Handle Folding Knife Outdoor Camping, Hunting, Kitchen, Survival EDC Tool. And like I said, they do offer 3 models. They offer, let me see if I can show these pictures a little better. So there you go. You can see the 3 different versions. The clip side on those 3 versions are right here. So yeah, they offer 3 different versions of it with titanium, G10, and micarta. I didn't like the G10 versions as much as the micarta one. They are all 3 the same price, $90.25, I believe. So for a knife this large with a real S35VN blade steel, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like I said, I am going to copy and paste this link in the description of the video so you will be able to go right to it. So hopefully that will help you if you want to buy one. I do appreciate you being here today and checking out my video. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here, and that means a lot to me. If you like talking about knives, come join us every morning for Blade Talk. Well, let me see, somewhere down here. So every morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, me and a bunch of great guys get together and talk about knives. So if that's something you're into, come join us. Right now during the summer on the weekends, it is 9 a.m. Central Standard, but during the week and for the foreseeable future, it's going to be 8 a.m. I will go back to regular 8 a.m. on the weekend even after the summer hours are over. But yeah, come join us if you're up. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.